Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. I'm Shay, and welcome back to my part 2 of my beauty haul of things that I've gotten in the last couple months. So where I left off was the face powders, all the whole slew of the whole light pink powders that I just got. One by Kosas, one by L'Oreal, one by About Face, and I think I talked about the one by One Size as well. And now I'm talking about some of the newer foundations that I just got. First off is the new one by Natasha Denona, the Hy-Glam foundation. And I got shade N4. And I don't love this product. I used it quite a few times, but I've used it one of my last Get Ready With Me. And I think I'm just too dry. My skin is just too dry right now. I live in the desert, plus I'm over 55. So my skin is definitely not oily. I used to have an oily T-zone, but I think that's gone now. So I just have dry skin, and I try to, it's like I can't hydrate enough. But it doesn't vibe with this foundation. And I hate the way my skin looks with it. So I'm going to keep trying it, maybe on certain days. Or if I can get myself to drink even more water than I already drink to keep myself hydrated enough and exfoliated enough, because it shows up everything, and it shows up lines around here, and it wears off my nose and around my mouth immediately. Like I put it on and I hold still and I try to lightly powder and not powder, and it's already separating. Like I don't even do anything. Like I just sit there for like 5 minutes and it just starts separating. So I don't know exactly, but it just doesn't. And it's kind of disappointing because the formula seems beautiful and the shade match is like perfection. So I don't know. I think if I mix it with a couple other different foundations, maybe I can get it to look awesome, or maybe try different primers. But if I have to try if it's too inconvenient to try too many things to try to get it to work, I'm just like, I have 6 other foundations over here that I don't have to do all that, and they always look great. So that's my take on that. So another one that I've gotten, and I got for free for being a diamond level at Ulta. And I got, they give you a choice of like a free product, like award for it, a free product gift. So I chose something from Clinique, and I got the Even Better Makeup Broad Spectrum SPF 15, Even Better, and it's foundation. And I got the shade CN40. And, it's really cool. It has a squeezy top, and the shade match is really good. And I think it's been around for many, many years, but it's new to me. And I actually like it. I've used it twice, and it was pretty good. I mean, I would give it like a B rating, but I'll have to try it a couple more times. But I almost think I like it better than the Natasha Denona foundation as well. I think it's slightly better. And then everyone keeps talking about the Maybelline Lumi Matte Foundation. So I got the shade 125. And it's a good match. And I've used it only a few times because I've only bought this like a few weeks ago. So I like it. I like it a lot. I haven't used it enough to really know if it's like one of my top 5s or anything. But I could see it being there. And it is a Lumi Matte. I'd say it's like satin. Right? So it dries down really well. It doesn't oxidize that I can recall. And it has a pump. And I don't have a lot to say about it because I've only used it once or twice, but I was happy with the look, but I'm going to have to use it a few more times before I can really review it properly. One that I'm wearing today is another one by Maybelline. And it's the SuperStay 24-Hour Skin Tint. And I got the shade 120. And it is luminous. If you have dry skin, I'm sure it's probably good. You're probably going to love it. But if you don't like a glowy foundation, like a luminous look, then this is not for you. It was a lot more glowy than this is. It's dried down a bit, but once you powder, it brings the shine and the luminosity down a bit to where it's more natural looking. And you can still see the glow slightly on the skin, but it holds really well. And I know this has been out for like a year or two, I think a year, but it took me so long to get it, and I'm sorry that I did, but I wish I would have tried it sooner. I don't know if I like love it, but I like it a lot. So I'm going to keep you, I've only used it 3 times. This is the 3rd time, and it does look beautiful. So I think, I don't know if it's better in like humid weather or dry weather. I live in a desert, and I've got dry skin, so I'm all dry. But it's really, really like moist on me. So if you've got oily skin, I don't know if this is going to be good for you. But if you've got normal to dry skin, it's probably better. But so far I like this. I think I could have did a shade or 2 deeper, but I made this work. So I bought the Milk Makeup, the Hydro Grip Gel Tint right here in shade 5. And I don't like this. I don't like this. So I think I tried it twice and I'm like, no. I don't know if I'm sure it's my skin, obviously. I don't think I did any, I think I tried a brush and I tried a sponge. I didn't try my fingers, but of course I said it, but it's just too, I don't know. I forget why I don't like it. It broke down on me really fast. It didn't sit on my nose very well. And it also emphasized my pores. And so for that reason, I'm not a fan. So everyone remembers TirTir, right? And their red cushion foundation. I have a few shades. I'm a huge fan. Love that. It wears really well on my skin. It wears for like 12 hours. It looks amazing. Even like 10 to 12 hours later, your skin looks even better. So just recently they brought out a liquid form, and they call it the Mask Fit Red Foundation. And the component is beautiful. It's a glass bottle, red lid, beautiful pump. I really like this. I have it in 3 shades. I have in 21C, 21N, and 23N. I can make all of them work. I'd say 23N is a little bit more like a summer shade, and so 21C and 21N are my winter shade. But if I mix the 21, if I mix that with the 23N, it's like I think they do sell a 22, but I could just mix them both together and get a 22, and that's probably my perfect shade. But I really love this. It wears it's like the same, I heard, and I think it's the same formula and the same ingredients as the one in the cushion. And this is like a little travel size is the cushion. So I have it in a large size as well. But I heard it's the same formula, but I don't know. I think the one in the bottle is a little bit drier. It still ends up setting beautifully and lasts identical as the cushion and looks as good. But I just think it's a little drier. So it's better maybe to put extra moisturizer on your skin first, the skin prep, just a little bit more hydration before you put this on, and it works really great. But I think this is great for all skin types. Like I said, I have it in 3 shades. I'm happy with all of them. I've used it multiple times, and I really enjoy it. So I also bought the new concealer, the double-ended sealer from TirTir, and they call it the Glide and Hide Blurring Concealer. And I'm sure you've seen other videos with this, and I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to talk about it. But of course it has your typical doe foot applicator. But also, which a part that I don't use very often, sometimes I like to spot conceal, but it's the cream stick concealer. And technically you can use this under your eyes as well. I guess it just depends on how your under eyes are. But I seem to like this better when I spot conceal like on my face, and it blends in just beautifully. It's really creamy and really beautiful. And I got the shade 4N. But I'm wearing this concealer today, and I wear it often. I'd say it's my favorite right now. I think it's made it to my #1 spot, because I have like a top 3 or top 5. My top 3, the other 2 is one by #7 and the one by Haus Labs. They round up my top 3. But this is #1 spot. In the last few months, I've used it all the time. It's my favorite. It's like, it's close to creaseless as possible. There are a few more and I just ordered one from Valentino off of Macy's, and it's due to arrive today. So I can't wait to try that one. So hopefully I enjoy that one. And there's also, there's a few others that I heard that are really that are like amazing, but I haven't gotten them yet. And when I finally get them, then I will talk about them. So there's a brand called Half Magic, sold at Ulta, and only certain locations have them actually on display, but they have their full line and their full range on the Ulta app. So I've only gotten a few things from them. One of my first things I got from them was their Flick Eraser. And this is amazing because it's like, do you ever do your like your eyeliner and it smudges or it's crooked? You use this and you have this tip, and it must have like makeup remover in there or of some sort of you just use the pen, and as you can see, the tip is a little black because I've used it, but it's normally all white. But as you use it, it stains black a little bit if you're using it to erase black liner, and which that's all I use. So I haven't needed it lately, but it really works. Like if like I said, if you do a lot of wing liners and it becomes really wonky, and especially if you have your foundation already done, so you don't want to go in with makeup remover or anything with a Q-tip. This is just, the tip is very hard. Like, it's not hard, but it's like stiff, and it just removes it really easily. And if you haven't heard about that, try it. I store it with my other pens, my eyebrow pens, and I store it upside down just so it's all ready to use. I don't know how long it's going to last, and I bought it like maybe 4 months ago, and I've only needed to use it a few times, but every time I've used it, it's done an amazing job. Another thing I got from Half Magic is their Eye Electric mascara, and it's a tubing mascara, and I'm using it today. And the brush is really beautiful. Really, the brush is pretty simple to the point. It's very thin, but the bristles really grab. But it's the formula. It's because the tubing mascara, it's not waterproof, really, but it doesn't smudge. So, but to remove it, just like a typical way when you remove tubing mascara, you just can use water or a light makeup remover, and it just kind of clumps right off. Like it pulls right off like little tubes. But I've used it a few times, and I'm really enjoying that. And I have it on today. And nothing has smudged today or anything. I've had this makeup on for a couple hours. So another thing from Half Magic is a pretty popular thing, and it's called the Glitter Puck. And they have a few shades, but this was one of their first ones that they released. And it's called Cyber Diamond. And it's like a cushiony formula. It comes with this sponge to protect it. This has a translucent base, very sparkly. I mean, it's very, very sparkly. It's very silvery. I'd say if you have a deeper, richer skin tone, it might jump out like too silvery on you. I'm not sure, but if you're fair complected or light complected, this shade works out really well. But they have like a champagne shade and like a deeper pink shade. and they're better for medium and deeper skin tones. So, like I said, it comes in 3 shades, and they're great for eyeshadow, highlight, anywhere on your face. So Lethal Cosmetics released a collection from The Conjuring, the movies, The Conjuring. This is my first, so I've never ordered anything from Lethal Cosmetics, and they're an indie brand. They're pretty popular all over YouTube. Many of the popular YouTubers talk about Lethal Cosmetics, especially if you're a fan of the indie brand and like sparkly shimmer eyeshadows. So I didn't like the color story for the Conjuring palette, but I bought 3 things. I bought a powder that they had. I bought the Music Box highlighter, the Sanctified Seal setting powder, and the Demon Mark stamp pen. So this was the Conjuring Music Box highlighter. And I'd say it's a universal shade. I have it on today. If you have a lot of texture on your skin, it might enhance it a bit. It did with, I don't have a lot of texture, but I do have it. It did enhance it a little bit, but not too much that it's like ruined it for me. So, but it's definitely a color shift. I think it shifts to like peach to like maybe like a green, but not like alien green, but just, I'd say an iridescent champagne to peach. And it's quite beautiful, and like the packaging is so cool. I love it. So I'm very happy with that. The second product is something that I'm very disappointed with, and it is the Seal setting powder. So here's the packaging, which I do love this. And like I said, this is the Sanctified Seal setting powder. And it has like it's like a black and white. It lifts up like this. So it comes with a sponge that's right there. So the interesting thing about this is that it's not a dry powder like what you're used to. It's like a balm. But see that? Now, the way they show it done, they use the powder puff, and you swirl it or tap it into the balm powder, and you're supposed to tap it on your skin. But I used it once, to be honest, once, with the Natasha Denona Hy-Glam foundation. And this didn't make it even look any better. This made it look worse even. It pilled up and just smeared, and it's like, what the heck? This is awful. So no. Definitely, this is a no for me, and it's a shame. I just wish it was a regular powder, to be honest. Like, I just thought it was very innovative, though, and it was. And I think Unearthly Beauty released something like this many years ago, their version of it, and I've seen her try that. I've seen that being used, and I never bought it. So this seemed like it was like the same idea, and I wasn't happy with it at all. So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it again. But maybe I'll try it right now. Also, I got some black marks on here because this is supposed to be transparent, but it seems like some of this black, it isn't. See how it's gray right there? It's like, it's not completely, it gave me black splotches on my foundation. I don't know. I'm not happy with this at all. Very disappointed. Very disappointed. So I don't recommend that. But you know what? It might work really well if you have like a no makeup day. I mean, literally no makeup. And maybe if it's a hot day and you're like hot and sweaty, but you just want your skin to look matte and like your own natural skin, putting that on top of it might look really great. I haven't tried that over top of bare skin. But it may look good using it that way. It may even work really well under your foundation, like a primer, because it feels very silicone-y, like a silicone. I'm not sure if I have not read the ingredients, but it feels like a silicone. So maybe that could work as a silicone primer under the foundation. I have not tried it that way. I think that's the next thing I'm going to do is try that under the foundation. And if it works like that, then I'll be happy. And then I got the Conjuring Demon stamp, and it's like a pentagram. And there it is. And they have a cross, and they have a star. Like not even a regular, not a 5-pointed star, but it's kind of like a North Star. That kind of, I don't know. But I like pentagrams. So it's like a dark purple. I think one end is a liner. It's a dark purple liner. I have not used it like that before, but I've only used the stamp. I smudged it a little bit, but so I like that. It's the first time I've used it on my face. I wish they had it in black, but it's interesting because when this eventually dries up, this purple liquid, the stamp is still a stamp, and it's kind of like, you know, like a rubbery plastic. But I think I could probably dip this in black liner and stamp it as black. So I'll try that when it dries up, when there's no more purple left. What's Up Beauty is another indie brand, and I bought their Dragon Eye palette. I think it was last year or the year before. I love that. That is a beautiful little palette, great formula, and great color story. But they have their makeup brushes, and they're made from goat hair. And they're pretty expensive, but they have a beautiful, I'm a fan of goat hair brushes. I prefer natural hair brushes, especially for my eyeshadow. I just think they work superior over most synthetics. There are synthetic brush lines that are very high quality, like Singe Beauty and BK Beauty, and a few others, but these are the ones from What's Up Beauty. They're pretty expensive, and I've also bought a few of the face brushes as well. Like I said, they're very expensive. They're kind of like travel size to me, but which I love. So I will travel with these, and I have been using them quite a few times in the last 2 weeks. I'm happy with them, but if you don't have those, and if you don't have the ones by Refer, I think I like the ones by Refer better. And they almost look the same, except they're like they almost look the same, but they're just black handles. I think, I don't know. Goat hair is goat hair. I don't know if it's all the same. It just seems like the goat hair from Refer. They seem like, maybe the shapes, they just seem like they work a little better, but it might be just me. Do I like the pink handles on What's Up Beauty? Oh yeah, I like the pink handles more. But I will continue to use these. I haven't washed them yet. So maybe once I wash these, and then maybe they'll work better. So, but like I said, not that they work bad. I just think I prefer the Refer brushes over these. But I'll get back to you on that. So I have bleached my eyebrows back in the 90s, so long ago, when it was a trend back in the early 90s. And it's a trend again recently. A lot of Hollywood and pop stars have been bleaching their or the whole bleached eyebrow look. It didn't look great on me then, and it probably is not going to look great on me now, but I don't want to bleach my brows again. And it does take like a month or so for them to grow back, so you kind of have to put up with it. But they have but I bought this off of Amazon. It's called the Brow Color Fixing Cara Fake Bleach. They have a couple, it's like basically a brow product, a brow gel product, but they have a shade that's called Fake Bleach. And I bought this off Amazon, and I haven't tried this out on a look, like a full makeup look. I've just tried it out with no makeup on and my brow's not done, but it is the color of like skin tone, fair skin tone. They have a couple other tones, so if you're a deeper complected or like medium skin tone or what, they have other shades. So this is the very lightest one. It sold out very quickly, so I had to wait for it to restock. It's not that expensive. It's like $12 or something. And it didn't take that long from Amazon to get. It took like a few days. But as you can see, it's pretty much the color of my skin tone. It did look cool. I still don't know if I still don't, I mean, it wipes right off, obviously, once it sets really well. Of course, it washes right off, so you don't have to commit. But but I haven't tried it on a full makeup look yet, and so when I do, I'll get back to you on it. But so far, I think I'm going to like it if I like the look. But I like the product and I like the formula. So wrapping things up here. So setting sprays. I bought this from TirTir, the original setting spray, like a year ago. And it's one of my favorites. This is already a repurchase. But they came out with a new one that's a waterproof version. And also, I got it off Amazon. And it also sells out very quickly. It took forever for them to restock it, like a month or two. And when they finally did, I was able to order it. I haven't used it a ton yet, but it works really well. But do I think I'm going to repurchase this one? I don't know. I think I'm definitely going to repurchase this one for like an all-around setting spray. But I'm not sure about this one yet. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to compare it with like another waterproof setting spray. Maybe from the one from one size. Maybe do a half and half and see, and do a all-day wear test and see how they compare. And another thing I just got from TirTir was the Milk Skin Toner. I just bought this really recently. I'm wearing it today. Actually, I use that as skin prep under my foundation. And I love milky toners. There's, I guess, K-beauty brands have been doing it for a long time. And just now, in the Western countries have been going along with the trend and trying it. So a lot of other brands have been doing it. So I bought one from Bioma, which I've been using for like a month or so, and I do like this one. I got both off Amazon. Do I think they're identical? No, I don't know. I think the TirTir one works. It's a little bit more moisturized for your skin. It gives you a little bit more hydration, but the Bioma is a close second. There are many brands that have this in their product line, or like a rice toner. It's very similar. And I'm not sure if you would use this and a moisturizer, like a thick, creamy moisture on top of using this. I don't know. Like, I seem to only use this or that. So, but this is also good, like if you're just not going to wear anything that day and you like put this on, and then maybe like your sunscreen on. If you're just staying in the house, maybe just put something like this on around the house. And actually to wear it before you go to bed too, and you wake up pretty hydrated. So I've tried that before with this, and it works really well. So I'm enjoying those. A brand called Cinema Secrets, so you also can get off of Amazon. And it is a makeup brush cleaner. And this is the first time I'm using this brand. I like brush cleaners that have this, like it just kind of, you swirl it around and wipe it on like a cloth or a napkin, something like that. And I don't think you should always clean your makeup brushes with something like this. I think you should always, you should have a good brush soap for your main cleaning all the time. But this is definitely something quick. If you need to do it something very quick, like a whole, I don't think it dries quick, like instantly. I use this for that. This one by Sephora, Daily Brush Cleaner Spray. And this, you could just spray it, wipe it on a Kleenex or napkin, and it's dry in like 5 minutes and you can ready to use again. But this probably takes like, a couple hours to dry out, because you pour it in a cup and then you swirl it around a little bit. I have other brands that I've used, and I really enjoyed using those, but I'm excited to try this. So I'll get back to you on that. Well, that wraps up today for my part 2, my makeup and beauty haul that I've done in the last 2 months. It's been a while since I've released a video, and I think it's been 6 months for the main part, but besides my Get Ready With Me, and I also had a review that I did with the fragrance brand Fleur. You could check that out on my YouTube page. If you want to see more videos like this, just like the video, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Just let me know in the comments what kind of things you would like to see. Until then, I hope you have a great day. Cheers.